Join me as I take on the challenge of saving lives in a real medical emergency. Can I handle the pressure and make a difference? Medics are the unsung heroes of emergencies. They're the ones who rush into the unknown, putting themselves at risk to save others. Their role is crucial in those critical minutes, hours, or even seconds that can make all the difference between life and death. Without them, countless lives would be lost, and the impact would be devastating. Imagine being in a situation where every second counts, and the line between life and death is razor thin. Maybe it's a car accident, a heart attack, or a natural disaster. Whatever the crisis, medics are the first responders who jump into action. They're the ones who stabilize the patient, treat their wounds, and make life or death decisions on the spot. The pressure is immense, the stakes are high, and the margin for error is zero. These emergency responders face a myriad of challenges in the field. They must navigate treacherous terrain, deal with limited resources, and make do with whatever equipment they have on hand. The environment can be hostile, the patient's condition can be critical, and the clock is always ticking. It's a high-stress job that requires nerves of steel, quick thinking, and a deep understanding of human physiology. Medics must rely on their training, instincts, and experience to make the right call in the heat of the moment. One wrong move, one miscalculation, and the consequences could be disastrous. Yet, repeatedly, we see medics performing miracles, pushing beyond their limits, and defying the odds to save lives. There's the story of a medic who responded to a call about a toddler trapped in a burning building. Without hesitation, the medic rushed into the inferno, locating the child and carrying them to safety, just seconds before the entire structure collapsed. Or the medic who saved a heart attack victim by performing an emergency procedure on the side of the road, keeping them alive until the ambulance arrived. These are the kinds of heroes we're talking about, people who put their lives on the line to save others. Take, for instance, the story of a young medic named Rachel, who responded to a call about a multi-vehicle pileup on the highway. As she rushed to the scene, she realized that one of the cars was on fire and passengers were trapped inside. Rachel sprinted towards the flames without hesitation, pulling people to safety individually. She treated their wounds, calmed their fears, and kept them alive until the fire department arrived. Every passenger survived the ordeal thanks to Rachel's bravery and quick thinking. Or consider the case of a medic named Jake, who responded to a call about a hiker stranded on a remote mountain trail. Jake hiked for hours, navigating treacherous terrain and battling against the elements to reach the injured hiker. He stabilized the patient, treated their injuries, and carefully escorted them back down the mountain to safety. It was a long, arduous journey, but Jake never gave up, and it was all worth it when he saw the hiker reunited with their loved ones. Then there's the story of a medic named Maria, who saved a family of 4 from a sinking boat in the middle of a stormy lake. Maria swam out to the vessel, battling against powerful currents and towering waves to rescue the family individually. She protected them, treated their injuries, and kept them warm until the Coast Guard arrived. It was a heroic act that will be etched in the memories of that family forever. One of the most intense rescue stories I've ever heard is that of a medic named Alex, who responded to a call about a massive explosion at a chemical plant. As Alex arrived on the scene, he realized that multiple workers were trapped inside the burning building, with toxic fumes spreading rapidly. Without hesitation, Alex suited up, grabbed his gear, and rushed into the inferno. He navigated through the smoke-filled corridors, locating the trapped workers and pulling them to safety individually. The heat was intense and the danger was real, but Alex didn't flinch. He kept going, fueled by his determination to save lives. That day, Alex's bravery and skill inspired his entire team, and his actions will always be remembered as one of the most heroic rescue efforts in history. Medics like Alex, Rachel, Jake, and Maria are the reason we have second chances, the reason we get to hug our loved ones again, and the reason we can live to tell the tale. They're the guardians of life, the defenders of hope, and the heroes we need in our darkest hours. In the end, medics like these remind us that even in the most desperate of situations, there's always a way out, always a glimmer of hope. So the next time you hear the sirens blaring or see an ambulance racing down the street, remember the heroes racing against time to save lives. If you've ever had a personal experience with a medic or know someone who has, I'd love to hear about it in the comments section. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on inspiring stories, heroic rescues and the incredible work of our emergency responders. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the following video.